Good morning, everyone. Can everyone hear me all right? And also, happy, Merry, whatever, Christmas. Man, I was not prepared to speak today, but Merry morning for what's the holiday? Oh yeah, it's Christmas. Yeah. Have a good one of those. The Eve. That's what it is. Christmas Eve. Merry Christmas Eve, everybody. Gonna be doing some editing today and trying out, testing some couple of things, seeing if YouTube's gonna give me the pee slap or if it's gonna let me actually do this. So bear with me if it decides to kill itself or unalive itself. Dang, whatever. I, I hate that I have to censor myself on that, or YouTube's gonna censor me. But you can guess you get to see a exclusive sneak peek of season 2 here. Oh, excuse me. Holy cow. Hey, hello everybody. So yeah, we're gonna try to see if this works out all right. You're gonna get to see some exclusive behind the scenes editing of what we have to do, things like that. Um, yeah, so enjoy the ride. If you have any questions about what's going on, feel free to ask. Now, I might not be able to answer every single question because some of it's like, oh, what's going on here? Why is Zoro's hair black? Well, I can't. I'm not gonna. You just have to wait for the episode to come out, and then you'll get to see yourself. But thanks everyone who's in for stopping in. Say hi. Feel free to ask me any questions about what's going on in my editing process, or maybe you are an editor yourself and you have tips and tricks that you would like to share. And then of course I'll take that knowledge, I'll learn it, and I'll share it with everybody. Excuse me. I'll share it with others. We're all one big happy community here. It's gonna be like a Bob Ross style stream. So today we're gonna take the layer mask here, and we're gonna be taking a tint layer and putting it right over Zoro's hair here. A happy little black and gray tint frame. And we're gonna be mask drawing over his hair and hand drawing over his hair here because Zoro decided he was going through a midlife crisis and he decided, you know what, I'm gonna dye my hair black. Yeah, that's the explanation. You guys can run with that one. Let me also pull this up on YouTube and make sure that it's all running all right. I'm gonna just go and check. You guys might hear a stream loop back, but I want to make sure the stream's doing all right. I want to make sure the stream's doing all right. Oh, it's all coming out of the left ear. Ew. How do I fix that? Give me a second. I'll fix that. Why are you all in the left ear? Let's hear this again. Are you all in the left ear still? Are you all in the left ear? Yes, it sure is. Okay, let me figure out why you do this. Hmm. That is not what we want. Down mixed to mono. Ah, there we go. That should work all right. Let's see how my music sound's going. Okay, good. That's mono. Got it. All right, we're all set up now. Everything's running smooth and happy. So I'm gonna get back to doing my my mask drawing here. And again, for anyone who's just stopping in, feel free to ask questions. Feel free to inquire about things or tips and tricks, things like that. We're here doing a nice little chill stream. We're just turning Zoro's hair black. That's the entire thing we're doing here. Is we're making Zoro's hair black with a little bit of a touch of gray. and I won't explain why. Um, yeah, it's One Piece. Well, the episodes are right here. I'm working on them as we speak. They take a lot of time and effort to edit through. So this is season 2. I'm on Whiskey Peak right now. So there we finished our mask, and now I can go ahead and add the tint layer on there. And I already have a color key. But as you see, oh, there's a little green bleeding off there. So I'm gonna reduce the feather a bit down to about 3. Maybe expand it once, maybe twice there. And then I'm gonna add that same mask. I'm gonna copy it and add it to the color key. And so what's going on here is I have my top layer, which is where I have my tint at, and then I have my bottom layer here, which is literally just a gray background. And that gray background is going to bleed through on his hair here a little bit. And I think I'm going to actually maybe reduce it even a little bit more. Maybe edge thin. Yeah, it has to be about 3 there. That'll be fine. For one frame, this will be just fine. So let's move on. Now he's in the middle of his dodge, so I have to redraw the frame again. So we're going to start all over. So delete you and delete you. And I'm going to take this tinted layer and I'm going to reduce it down some. And now I'm going to go through and redraw this too. But I hope you guys enjoy this episode. There's a lot I have planned for this episode, and I don't want to spoil everything yet. But I think I've done more drawing, like hand-drawn stuff. This is going to be episode 10. There won't be a 9 part 2. 9 is just going to be its own episode by itself. It's going to be Reverse Mountain. It'll be one full-length episode. Let's see, so let's reduce that feather again and tint back up to 100. That's an easy one to draw. Maybe move that mask over here a little bit. Yeah, that one should be just fine. Let's add maybe a little bit more feather on that. And then we're going to take that mask again. We're going to copy it down to the color key. So color key, I do know what Blox Fruits is. I don't really play anything Roblox. Now, I've seen that a lot of the people who watch the show do like Roblox and Blox Fruits. So maybe one day if there's like enough interest in me like first timing it or playing it, then I'm down. I'll do it. I'll do it for content. I don't mind. I like games. Let's see. I think that one will be good. Ooh. So then we got this next frame. Zoro does a lot of movement in this episode. Is these episodes hard to make? Oh yeah. They take a lot of time. They take, as you can see, I'm literally I've done a few seconds in one scene here, and it's taking me like at least 3 minutes per frame. An episode takes about, depending on the episode and the importance and the editing we have to do in the episode. Oh yeah, Zoro is the drunk swordsman, for sure. Depending on the intensity of the editing we have to do for an episode, it can take from 3 months to 6 months, depending. But we have multiple episodes getting worked on at the same time, luckily, so it's not like you guys are going to wait 6 months per episode, hopefully. We're trying to get back to a schedule where we have multiple episodes being worked on at once by a full team. Possibly, yeah. He drinks because I would say Zoro drinks mostly because he's got a lot of mental anguish and mental issues that he had. His only medicine that he's found for that is rubbing alcohol. No, just alcohol in general numbs the pain. it is a sad reality in real life that there are people out there that is their medicine. That is what they need in order to function. They're called functioning alcoholics. It's it's kind of what they need to live in life, but you know, there are other treatments. I'm not going to go into psychology and everything, but you know, this is Zorro's treatment. Um, some people might say that's kind of fucked up that you're making fun of somebody's like mental disabilities and stuff like this. Like, man, I'm a U.S. veteran. I don't really give a shit. I've known plenty of functioning alcoholics in my day, and they would laugh and say that, yeah, this is accurate. So we got that one done there. So right now, this is what we got for this sequence. He's going to be dodging this cannonball shot here. So he dodges this cannonball, and I'm trying to make sure that his hair is blacked and grayed throughout the entirety of the cut. So that's basically what I'm doing right here. But yeah, Bon Grinder. Is Bon referring to Bon Clay? I don't know if you're still here or not, but if you are, Bon Clay is one of my favorite champs or champs. Why did I say champs? He's one of my favorite people in the show. I love Bon Clay. Um, I have special plans for Luffy. You know, there's times Luffy's serious, and there's times Luffy's a big dumb idiot. I got big plans for every single character. Your favorite character is Chopper? Oh, good, good, good. I love Chopper too. I plan on making Chopper a bit more of a. Oh, I didn't mean to delete that. Where did I go? Where was I? Okay, there it was. I plan on making Chopper a little bit more of an actual doctor in the show. Still cute, naive, and adorable, but yeah. And then whenever he gets his monster point and stuff like that, of course, I'm gonna make him like this. Yeah. I have big plans for Chopper's. Big plans for Chopper's island. It's hopefully only gonna be one episode. I think that's what we're gonna be able to get away with. Even if it's gonna be a bit of a longer episode, I'll end up making it just one full release episode because of the nature of the thing I want to do with the episode. I'm gonna stay a little bit cryptic with it because I don't want to get people hyped up for something that might fail. But that's something I try to do here constantly. Is I try new things. I try to push myself beyond what I'm capable of to try to improve and get better. So, as you've probably seen, like the episodes in quality have definitely improved. I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but kind of how it we work is we got to push to be better and better and better with every episode. Yeah. We haven't even cast Chopper yet as a voice actor. We've written the script and everything for that episode. We've written all the way up past Alabasta, but we haven't. We got to record. We have to clean up the audio. I don't know why I'm doing this here. I want this. Give me that. Okay. So we gotta clean up the audio. Then once the audio gets cleaned up, then we have to match up and edit the characters to talk with the lines that have been recorded. Did you not? Do you like longer episodes? Do you like shorter episodes? I forget there's a bit of a delay sometimes with the chat. Longers, but two parts in One Piece. Okay, that's good to know. I have to find this balance where I want to make sure that I include all the important plot moments, but also add in my own spin, add in my own jokes, and all these different things without feeling like I'm missing on anything or tarnishing the original. Yeah, whole islands in one episode is pretty good. Now Alabasta, that's going to be probably impossible. That one's looking like it's going to be a three-parter. But so far, what's good is we haven't been shut down by YouTube for streaming me editing this. As you know, YouTube really, really has not been a fan of my series and has been trying to shut it down. But luckily, I have the law on my side for now. Okay, there we go. Okay, so that whole dodge sequence is now done. Yeah. What do you mean? What happened with Usopp? Oh, nah, not. I mean, that's his goal, right? I can't say exactly what's going to happen in the script, but Usopp's priorities kind of changed a little bit in Logtown. He realized, man, I'm definitely not strong enough to like try and fight my dad. So I'm gonna have to like get stronger. I need to become, I need to train. I need to get better. I need to be stronger. Not just for myself, but maybe I need to be stronger for my crew. I don't know. Really, honestly, that part is undetermined. We're still writing kind of Usopp's whole character arc and how it would end up ending, because of course One Piece itself hasn't ended, so I have to be very careful when it comes to writing anything that would be somebody's final goal. So it's a lot of open endedness but with like I have a specific like path for them, but I don't have an end goal. So I'm on the journey with them just as much as you know they are on their own journey. Kizaru? Oh, I mean he comes still in like I haven't written for Kizaru at all yet because he comes after Skypiea, and I'm not finished writing. I haven't even gotten started writing Skypiea yet. I have ideas for Skypiea, but I haven't written anything for it. I'm gonna move this here, and then we are going to move. Get me this again, the tint. And then we want the color key there, and then we need to remove those masks, take this tint down. Oh, I wouldn't even, if my best guess, if Alabasta is going to be episode 14, I think. Yeah, Alabasta's episode 14, Jaya's going to be 15, Skypiea, I have no idea. It could be we might do a whole that like Skypiea might be treated like the East Blue, where we have multiple episodes. But I'm not sure yet because One Piece started out doing things like very simple, like okay, we're gonna be on this island, we're doing a thing. We're on this island, we do a thing. We're on this island, now we do a thing. But then later on, it starts to get to a point where it's like, okay, this entire island is an arc now. Instead, like the East Blue is an arc. So that's a decision for down the line. But Kizaru shows up after G8, and G8 is canon. I don't care what anyone says. G8's canon. um. Oh, I mean, if you look at episode 8, part 2, the ending of it, there's a sneak peek for episode 9. And here's the thing, right? The unfortunate way we process and work through these things is that wouldn't feel comfortable showing a sneak peek, because if I'm showing a sneak peek, that means that the editing is not done. And so if the editing isn't done, you're not gonna see the like a good product. It's gonna look like garbage. Like if I tried to show a sneak peek of this, it's just gonna be like, okay, there's some editing done, but not everything I want in here. Um, like here, there's no sound effects. There's no she's not screaming yet. These characters aren't. There's nothing, right? And you did just get to see a sneak peek of some of my drawing that I've been doing. Which, I mean, here, let's show a little sneak peek since you guys have been so patient with me. Here's a sneak peek for you. And I won't say anything else. But there's a lot of those in this now. My favorite villain? Oh, that's a tough one. That's a hard one for One Piece, but man, I'm the kind of person that likes just diabolical, unforgivable villains. So my favorite villain got to be Sanji. I'm kidding. I'm kidding, obviously. Um, but um, let's see. Doflamingo is definitely up there. I love Doflamingo. He is such a menace to, no pun intended. He's such a menace to society. He's just like this. God, I don't know how to put it. But he's just this demon, and I love it. Yeah. I really like Arlong too, though. Um, but man, it's hard. Like my favorite arc for is definitely Water 7 and Ennie's Lobby, and I know that's a basic answer. I'm sure everyone like thinks the same, but there's not really a crazy like one big villain. Bellamy's great, but he's not. He's more of like a joke villain, in my opinion. He's a joke villain who ends up redeeming himself, and that's awesome. I love that. Now let me think. I'm still thinking about villains that are like diabolical. I really just like the unforgivable, like just. I don't like the modern Disney villain arc, right? You know how the modern Disney villain is like, oh, but you should feel bad for them. They're, oh, whatever. Scar, for instance, is a villain that, oh, I love Scar. Because he's just this, like, he has a reason to. And that's not the most important part. The most important part is that he does something like so diabolical and just unforgivable by like just killing Simba's dad there in front of him and then lying to him and manipulating him and deceiving him. He's a real villain. And you hardly see anything like that nowadays where they do something so heinous and unforgivable. And like cuz I feel like modern movies are scared to do that. They're scared to give you an actual villain to hate. Like when I eventually start writing something for myself or writing villains of my own, I want to make my villains just do stuff that makes you feel dread, and I want them to do things that make you be like, "Oh my god, I hate this motherfucker. I want to kill this son of a bitch. How dare he do this thing?" I want you to feel genuine hatred and sorrow when it comes to a villain. What villain has saved Luffy? Oh yeah, Kuma. Kuma's fucking awesome, dude. Oh, I love Kuma. Kuma's the goat. Hey, Aline? Is that how I say your name? Aline or Aline? I'm sorry, I'm really bad with names, but welcome to the stream. I'm just doing some editing. And if you have any questions or anything you'd like to talk about or anything at all, I'm an open book. Whether it's about the episode, my stance on things, anything in general. I'm here. I'm here to talk to y'all. Hope you guys are having a good Christmas Eve. Let's see. Do I need to do another expansion here? Yeah, it wouldn't hurt to do another expansion there. That's good. Color tolerance should be good there. I don't like that. That needs a different color pick, I think. So we're going to pick this color right there. Yeah, that's better. I like that. That's much better. Oh, yeah, well, I mean, they're just trying to toughen him up. You know, Garp just trying to toughen Luffy up, my man. Like, I know people in my life who have had their parents do similar things. The guy who, I won't say names actually, but there are people who have had upbringings in their childhood that I know that had similar experiences to Luffy. Alright, we're going to try something fancy here. We're going to try and do some mask tracking. And it didn't quite work, unfortunately. It did a little bit, but not enough for me to warrant it. So, we'll undo that. Oh god, what have I done? Undo, please. Thank you. We don't want this. Okay. Okay, so we're going to start this mask over again. We're going to reduce the opacity again. Yeah, I'm sure that my editing here isn't super interesting. It's just rinse and repeat, very repetitive, but I figured, yeah, give a little sneak peek so people can see what's happening behind the curtain. Oh, I do. There's plenty of Easter eggs in the episodes. Like, episode 7, I don't know if you noticed, but Gaimon is in that episode somewhere. Um, episode 5, there is a secret hidden couple hidden frames in there between Zoro and Mihawk when they're fighting that foreshadows a couple of things that's going to happen in this episode. I have plenty of Easter eggs. This one's probably got the most Easter eggs of anything, though. People who do the Patreon, I make their bounty posters and I hide them in the episodes too. Yeah, I got plenty of Easter eggs all day. Here, I'm gonna show you one actually I have for let's see. This episode I'll show you an Easter egg I have. Here we go. There you go. There's an Easter egg. I don't know if you like My Hero Academy, but oh, that's cool, man. Oh, that's awesome. I don't know if you were on the Discord server, but I'd love to see that art. But yeah, freaking All Might there. This might be a minor spoiler here, but I'm gonna show a frame here that's gonna be an Easter egg. There you go. There's an Easter egg frame. And these are all hand drawn. No AI will ever be used in my episodes at all. I will never ever use AI. I will never use generation or generated images, anything like that. Everything that is part of this project will always be hand drawn, hand edited by human hands. Awesome, man. Yeah, feel free to post your bounty poster art in the me let's see, you can put it either in main chat. I don't mind it in main chat. Anime talk, memes will steal. Wherever you want to put it, man, feel free. Just drop it anywhere, man. I own the server, so you're good. Do whatever you want. I'll always let people know, like, hey man, you're kind of, if there ever gets out of hand, I'll let people know. But yeah, I haven't usually had that much of an issue with it. Oh wait, there's art safe for work. Never mind. There's a chat for that. It's called art safe for work. I'll actually move that one up underneath anime talk. There you go. Okay, so now I gotta start on this frame. If I was doing the mask draw on this, blah de blah de blah. I'm gonna try to speed it up a little bit. We got a couple projects coming out too at the beginning, towards New Year as well. You can post it in art/safe for work. Just like pictures. You said you got those bounty pictures and stuff. I'd love to see them. And if you don't mind, I'll even show them on the stream. As long as they're not like anything over like sexual or something like that, I don't mind showing them. That is something I'm trying to fix with Sanji too. On the off note, I don't like how overly sexual Sanji is. Like, I really like Sanji as an initial character, but he just lets me down so hard. That's why I made the joke earlier, like, oh, my favorite One Piece villain, Sanji. But our Sanji's great. I love the voice that we have for Sanji. He's voiced by Jay. You don't see it? Oh, shoot. Let me see. Let me see the permissions here. Should be, yeah, it should be available. Did you accept the, Yeah, he sure did. He gave up on his dream in Fishman Island. But, have you accepted the rules and everything? If you go down to or go up to the rules, it'll have like a little thing you can react to, and it'll give you a role so that you can, once you agree to like the thing above, it's basically just like, don't be a dick, don't do illegal shit on the server, don't harass people, that kind of stuff, right? And I have that in there so that people kind of understand that this server is meant for everybody and nobody's an asshole. And if people are an asshole, it's like, well, you were warned, don't be an asshole. So, yeah, I see you. I saw you join. Just go and you should see a place called The Rules. Go in there and read the rules, and then click the little emoji to accept. All right, cool. Oh, you had that. Well, did you click the roll? You see, it has like Tim. It says react to this message to get your rolls. You have to go into the rules, the in the welcome center. It says the rules. Here, I will pull it over. Oh, can I not pull this over? Oh, hold on. Where's my Discord? Hold on. Give me 1 second. And I'll pull. Man, my Discord's not wanting to move over. Here, I will just show my second monitor here real quick. Okay. See how it says you got here, and then it says Welcome Center, and it says the rules, and then you gotta just click here just to agree to all this up here. That's all it is. I have that there just so that people understand the rules and they agree to them. That way there's no saying, oh, I didn't know the rules, you know? But here, I'll move back now. But yeah, that's it. I just want people to accept that and everything. And then there should be a chat now called Art Safe for Work that you should be able to see. But yeah, people can't see the whole server until they accept those rules and conditions because, like I said, I just want everybody to get along. Awesome, man. Yeah, go ahead and post those and I'll share them with the stream. I love art. I'm not a great artist myself, but I try. I'm better at what do you call editing and manipulating current art than I am at making anything myself, which is really sad. And I'm working on it, but there is no but. Eventually, I will get there to the point where I'll make my own art and my own animations at some point. I'll get there. It's gonna happen. Oh, that's cool. Here, I'm gonna share it on the stream. Is that as long as you're okay with it? Yeah, of course you can join. Anyone can join the Discord. It's in the link is in the description. Everyone's allowed to join the Discord as long as they're over 18. The only reason I say over 18 is because I don't want yeah, okay, I'll show it. Only reason I say over 18 is cuz like I don't I oh man. Well, that's part of the that's in the rules, man. I appreciate you joining in. Maybe I'll do something later on where I have a Discord with people with like a younger audience, but yeah. Unfortunately, I can't keep you in there because like I appreciate you being a fan and everything, but I don't want to keep people in the server that are under 18 because a lot of people do. Discord's a bad place, unfortunately, and I can't control every single person that. I'm just gonna kick you for now, man. I appreciate you. I appreciate your honesty, and I really do, man. And I wish circumstances on Discord were different, but I just don't want to make a breeding ground for people to prey upon people who are under 18, you know? What is going on here? But I appreciate you sharing your art with us. But feel free to always stick around. And like I said, I'm probably gonna try and set up something maybe in the future. It's just Discord really makes it hard for me to warrant having anything that's under the age of 18 for like a Discord server or anything like that. Because I don't, like I said, I don't want to make a breeding ground for anybody who's like going to prey on kids. But I do really appreciate you, and I value every single one of you guys who watch and support, just even just watching the episodes and supporting me through that way. Really appreciate it. And as you know, One Piece itself kind of really is a. I'm sorry I brought the mood down, guys. I really am. But I also have to say that One Piece itself is. Oh, what am I doing? I'm tracing his neckline. I didn't want to do that. Ah, I got distracted and just started following the line. But One Piece itself is already a very kind of like. At first, when you watch it, comes off as a very like, oh, this is a haha funny, goofy pirate anime, but it really is kind of a messed up world and a messed up storyline that they have in it. Hello. Merry Christmas Eve. I will be going to work here shortly, though, everyone, in about the next 30 minutes. So, got 30 more minutes with me. And yeah, One Piece itself has such like a dark story and has such like a kind of adult themes in it that the the things surrounding it or the media itself kind of already is in a kind of adult style. Not saying that anyone can or can't watch it, but it has adult themes to it, so it's very. I don't know where I'm saying anymore, but you guys can pick up what I'm putting down. But moving on from that, let's talk about anything else. Unless you guys want to keep talking about that, I don't mind. I'll talk about anything. But yeah, right now I'm still just kind of tracing his hair right here, just so I can do the tint coloring of it. And maybe some of you guys will get the reference about what's going on here, based on a couple of key elements that have been hinted and dropped throughout the episodes. It's like, why is Zoro's hair turning black? Why? What is going on? Why is he, all this stuff? Opinion on Jesus? I love Jesus. Jesus is my Lord and Savior, and I am unapologetic about that. Now, I'm not going to tell everybody and shove it down their throats. I'm not going to Bible bash people. People can believe whatever they want. My stance on religion and freedom is people should be allowed to do whatever they want, even if that thing is something that I despise. Even if it is something that I don't like, or it's something that I can't stand or I hate, no matter what, if that is somebody's freedom and their right to do it, and it is not inhibiting somebody else's freedoms to do that thing, like if they're what they want to do, like random example, if they want to build they want to build a 3-story house in their backyard as like a lame example, and it's not hurting anybody or anything, they should be allowed to do that. Even if I'm like, I hate that he can build a 5-story house in his backyard or a 3-story house. I hate that, you know? That's just a very lame example. But that is what I truly believe. And even if I genuinely hated that he could build a 5-story house in the back of his yard, I would still say I hate that he's doing that, but that is his right to do it and his freedom to do that thing. And I will fight on his side even though it's something I don't agree with, because that is his God-given freedom to do so. But for Christmas, I am probably me forgetting for Christmas. Um, well, I did just get a bike, actually, that I'm going to use to bike to work. Um, I'm probably actually going to ride it for the first time today and test it out. I have a car, but my work's so close that the bike's actually really nice. And so someone dropped by work the other day and said, "Hey, I just found this bike. It was in the garbage. Does anybody want it?" I was like, "I'll take it. I'm sure if I don't need it, I can find someone who will." And yeah, so now I have a bike until somebody else needs it more than me. So now, there we go. We've successfully colored Zoro's hair for this frame. But now let's see if we can get it to follow his hair. So as you see now, it's not going to follow. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to make sure this mask path is correct. That mask, and then that mask, and now it's correctly done. There's a little green bleeding through here, so what I'm going to do is do a little mask expansion, and there we go. Now the majority of the green is gone. So I will now take this mask and I'm going to highlight it and I'm going to tell it, hey, let's keyframe this thing. And next we're going to tell it, okay, try to track to the next frame. And it did an okay job. It did all right. It tracked this part of his head. So that's good. We can work with that. So I'm going to work with that, and then I'm just going to move this and adjust it here. This too. Y'all can go away. Move you here, remove you here. Can I get rid of you? Yes, I can. Boom. So that one's a lot easier because we got to do mask tracking, luckily. Move this one back a little bit more. I don't like it's highlighting this though. It's part of the blade, but the blade with this old style coloring animation, they have a lot of bleed through with cell coloring. So with the hand drawn stuff, you can see if I let's just remove that for a second. Oop, no. Let's remove that for a second. You can see if I zoom in really close, you can see where their paintbrush kind of bled through onto the lines and a little bit onto the next pieces. And then you can especially see it. There's green here on the this what's this? It's like a it's a ladder. It's not a blade. You can see some of the green bled through onto the ladder with all this old cell shading. Because the way they did it is they layered it like Photoshop. You know how Photoshop has layers and you're like, "Oh, I'll draw my line art and then I'll paint on top of it and so on and so forth." It's kind of the same thing, except since it's not digital, they have physical pieces of paper that they layered on top of each other. So the coloring of the cell shading would bleed through over onto some of the lines, which it makes the art style. I love that art style. It's beautiful, but when you're trying to edit it, it's a little more finicky. So we'll keep panning through. Oh, we got another move, so we'll cut that here. Try to do another mask track. Let's see what it does. Delete that. Let's track it through. Okay, it did another good track. And now, of course, it didn't track the whole thing, but hey, it's workable. I can deal with that. This needs to get moved a little bit. Move you over. Give you some more room. Mask it there. We're going to mask you here, fix you, line you back up. Boom. I think we're just about as accurate as we're going to get right there. Oop. Let's move you in. Okay, you're good now. Let's see how that looks. The green's bleeding through a little bit there. Too much. So we're going to pull you back even some more. That's workable. Uh, I can't say why I'm making his hair black. There's a reason though. Um, the hint I will give you is his voice actor for the 4Kids dub is the same voice actor as somebody else from another anime that has black hair. That's the biggest hint I'm gonna give you. Yes, there is. So I will show you actually the way I would. Let me go to the next frame and try to show you. Oh wait, it's actually done there. So I'm done with that one. There is a way to do it, but it just didn't look as nice. Yeah, he knows. So let's say, okay, this next one. No hair shown there. There's hair here. Okay. Let's say I wanted to do it another way. There's plenty. The great thing about editing is there's many different ways you can try um, and edit things. So you can always find other methods that might work better and some that might work worse. So I can try to do what's called a color replace. So if I want his green hair here to change color, see, the problem is it starts to bleed through a bit. See, the blue is what's highlighting, and it starts to highlight all these other areas around because it's too similar. So color replace, that's not going to work. Let's try color pass, maybe. Or no, let's try change to color. Let's try change to color. Okay, so we want this to be like, yeah, that's the color of his hair, right? The problem is with this old style coloring, it starts to bleed through, like pick up other colors around him. I can try like adjust the hue maybe, but it's removing parts of his hair. Let's say we want it to be just solid black. Oh yeah, this was the other problem. You can't change a color in change to color. You can't change a color to a shade because that's how color works in like the art world, right? You're instead of doing a color shade, you're doing what am I saying? Instead of changing it from green to black or green to another color like red or blue, you're just darkening it. So that really doesn't work either. So change to color does because you're not changing it to a color, you're changing it to a shade. So changing to color doesn't work, and there's no change to shade thing that I know of, unless somebody else does. The other thing we can do is called keying. So we can color key. So I'll take this color here, which is, again, I'm going to take my dropper, and I'm going to say, I want to use this color of his hair right here. And I want to key that out. So as you can see, I'm like color tolerance. Every time I up the number on color tolerance, it's thinking, okay, most color ranges from 0 to 255. So if I do just color tolerance 1, it's going to do literally that exact color and that's it. But with pastel style coloring, like the old art painting that they used to do on the cell shading, there's a lot of bleed through, a lot of fuzziness. So I was like, okay, well, let's expand that. Okay, let's see what color we need. Let's make the edge bigger, maybe. Let's give it some feathering. Let's try to bleed it out. Oh, well, now it's just taking his whole face and everything else around it. So unfortunately, there's no real way to just do his single hair because it's such an old art style that you have to do it this way. Well, that's the best way I've found. If, again, somebody finds a better way, I am all ears. But for right now, this is the way I've had to do it. For this one very particular specific thing. It's such a specific, odd thing that, like, good luck finding tutorials on it, in my opinion. So we want to remove that, da-da-da-da-da. We're going to go back to doing the mask. Remove this mask. Oh, come on. Go away, Mr. Mask. I don't want you here. Please. There we go. Okay, so we got the tint, and I need to get my color key. So I'm using a combination of color key and tint. So I dye his hair a specific matte color first. Like, when I do this tint, it makes it 2 colors, and that's it. There's no in between. It is just a threshold between 2 colors. So once it becomes those 2 specific colors, then I can now do that color key thing I was talking about before and put this graphic underneath it. So let's reduce the tint and figure out. Okay. We've got hair that needs adjusted here, here, here. Okay. Let's tab through. That's the last frame, so we don't need all that. So you are going to come up here. We're going to take a piece of you, which is that background graphic, which it'll color key behind. This graphic under here is literally going to be like the little highlights of his hair, the grayness of his hair. So now we take this, and we're going to go in and draw around here. Yeah. We're going to be doing this all the way up until, I think, Skypiea. His hair's not going to change color permanently. It's just a temporary thing. So you're not going to be Don't worry, I'm not sitting here killing myself because I wanted to change his hair color. This is just for one specific scene. It'll change back. Don't worry. But I hope it looks good, and I hope you all like it. We had quite a nice turnout, though. We had up to about 8 concurrent viewers. That's nice. I appreciate that, and I appreciate all of you. Got about another 20 minutes, maybe 10 minutes left of the stream. Probably about 10 minutes is the safe cutoff for me. So, if you have any more questions before I finish up here for the day, and head off for Christmas stuff and for work, well, I got work, so something's got to pay for the project, you know? We don't want a mask expansion. Let's do 100, back to 100%. God, that looks terrible. Ugh. I don't like that at all. That looks gross. Let's try that mask again, because I really didn't like that. But to be fair, he kind of looks goofy there. When you really zoom in on this old art, you can see a lot of digital rendering artifacts here, like with his eye. It looks really bad. Definitely a combination of course, a little bit of Team 4 Star. Everybody, you know, everyone loves Team 4 Star. But, Grimjack for sure. I really loved his Goblin Slayer abridged. The amount of quality he put into that, I was like, I respect the hell out of this. And I can only hope that I am delivering similar quality. I try to work really hard on making sure all of our audio is like up to par. All of our, well, that is one of the biggest things that I really appreciate about Grimjack's audio. His audio is really good. Like, that man makes sure his audio is just spot on. Alright, let's see how that one looks. It's not much better, but, like, I don't know what I can do there. Let me see. He's got a lot of green bleed. We might have to really feather this one. Yeah, looks like the feather's going to have to be pretty heavy on this to make it look not shit. Yep, that looks like it's about the best it's going to get. Alright, color key. Oh, no. Let's undo that. that's probably the best we're going to get there. Let's take the mask and put it over this too. That way it's not editing things on his pants, which I don't know why it looks like Zoro's wearing slicks or wearing like leather pants in this episode, but he is. All right, then we got the next frame here, which the track method ain't going to work because the head changes direction. So it's not the same shape. So tracking won't work. So we'll just delete the mask, start over, draw again. Oh, this one's a much higher quality shot. Some people have asked me about as well with like trying to use something like Topaz Video Editor for enhancing the episodes and making the making the visuals look cleaner and stuff. I was like, nah, I'm not going to tarnish the hard work and art that people put into this. Like the poor animators that had to work tireless hours. They work harder than me. Animators do way more than me. In fact, I'm going to show you some animation frames I actually did for this episode before I head off for the day. There's some animation frames I did for this episode. It is 24 frames. And the thing is, yes, I drew them, but I mimicked the art of this show. So it's not even 100% like pure.
Yeah, because he has no talent to make original art.
Yeah, this is true. Hi, Neve. Welcome, everyone. This is Neve. They're the voice of
Hello,
Tashigi and
everybody.
does Pokemon Abridged. Oh, I gotta remove this. God dang it. Why is there a tint on here? Get rid of that. Get out of here. Okay. I will show... Where is it? Okay, here we go. I'll show you a brief clip before I leave. There you go. Those are all, and you can pause the stream, go back and key through them if you'd like. Those are the frames that took me about, let's see, 24 frames of someone who didn't even draw it, sketch it. I literally just took the original art style and drew over it and did it in my own style. That still took me like, what was it, a week, Neve, you think?
Yeah, weekish, week and a
Week
half.
for 24 frames. That is it. So, respect animators, respect original art, screw AI.
Respect the lip sync editors. We suffer.
Respect the lip sync editors. They suffer. I think
Even
that's
more
a
than
good
the
place
audio
to end it,
engineers.
though.
Debatable.
And unless anyone has, yeah, it took me a week to draw those.
How many people are in the chat?
It was about 4.
Very nice.
Yeah, we got up to 8 at some point. But if you guys have any other questions before I leave, I'll leave the last 4 seconds for questions or anything else before I head off for the day.
Not then Merry Christmas, everybody.
Yeah, if not, then Merry Christmas, everyone. Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and try to be like, oh, we need to ban AI and shit. Nah, I'm not like that. But me personally, like, it should not replace the human element. We should use it for making our lives easier, but not using it to as a replacement for human-made art. The same as like how hand-drawn paintings are still prevalent these days versus, oh, well, you just took a photograph, that's cheating, right? Technology comes and goes, and there's still a place for those old technologies like books. Books were first, then we had TV, and they were like, "Oh, TV is gonna replace books." And then after TV, the like video games, like, "Oh, video games will replace TV." I don't know if anyone ever said that one. That one's probably made up, but um, things like that. There's technology that comes and goes and stays, and it's just a part of society that will integrate with us. And I'm not going to be delusional and say that AI isn't a future technology that won't get implemented into our society. It sure will. It already has, and it's good in certain aspects.
Like making people say funny things for memes.
Yeah, I mean, funny AI memes are funny AI memes. So be it. It's fun. Whatever. I'm not gonna bash it. However, I will not listen to AI music. That's trash.
Hmm.
AI music is just straight up garbage and trash, and I'll never approve of it.
Hmm.
Same with AI animation and stuff. But if I see like, oh, here's an AI edit of Obama like eating a 15-foot hot dog, like, okay, sure, I'll watch that. That's fun. It's obvious. It's not pretending like somebody made it. It's not stealing art from someone. Although there is AI art, you know, AI does steal art,
There
though,
probably is
in
art
its
somewhere
own.
of Obama eating a 15-foot hot dog.
Yeah. The thing is, AI does train itself off of other people's work. So that's
Hmm.
the an issue I have with it as well. And you might be saying I'm using Premiere Pro, but the only thing I have to say about that is yar har fiddly dee. And if you don't get that reference, you then I'm sorry.
Uncultured, that's all.
Yeah. But I do appreciate you all. We got about 1 minute left, and then I'm gonna end the stream. I appreciate you all, and you guys I wouldn't do this if it wasn't for nah, I probably would still do it. That's a lie. But I do it because I enjoy I enjoy seeing the community react to this stuff. I enjoy seeing what you guys have to say about it. I get some genuine responses that make me I'm being extremely stupid and not saying words that I want to say here.
You get the warm
I
and fuzzies.
appreciate it. Okay, that's what
You
I'm
get the
trying to
warm
say.
and fuzzies, is
Merry
what you're
Kwanzaa
saying.
Christmas Eve.
Merry Kwanzaa Christmas. Happy
Yeah,
Frieza Day.
Happy Frieza Day. Oh, and nah, I'll let Blizzard Wizard sign off on that. But as Blizzard Wizard would say, follow your dreams. All right, bye guys. Don't be a stranger.